Hey guys, Ryan Mattis here from Winning International, and I'm super pumped today to talk to you guys about an interview that I did with two of our amazing clients, an awesome couple, Brock and Christie. These guys are absolute superstars, and they work in the spiritual realm, the spiritual niche. They're spiritual coaches, but they work on business coaching, okay? So they're awesome people, and in this interview, I'm gonna break down how they literally went from nothing, from scratch, and in 8 weeks got themselves to a point where they're doing between 2 and 3 sales a week at 5K, so between 10 and 15 grand per week in sales, which is phenomenal, starting from scratch. No idea about marketing, no idea about selling, don't know how to set up their product, and just literally went from 0 to 2 or 3 sales a week while they were on a road trip around Australia, which was pretty crazy. That whole 8 weeks, they were mobile, driving around, seeing relatives, looking at hotspots, crazy, crazy stories. So I want you guys, when we get into this in a moment, to really pay attention to what the roadblocks were and the hurdles were that they went through, so you guys can learn from that as well. Because if you watch this, there is no reason why you can't emulate the results that they got and put it straight into your own coaching business, and you also get to a point where you're making between 10 and 15K per week as well in your coaching business. But if you're super pumped and ready to start getting results now, if you're watching this going, this sounds awesome and I want to learn from these guys, but I want to fast track my results. I want to learn from you, Ryan. I want to find out exactly how I can get my business there fast. I want the customized help. I want to know how to find my niche, business model. I want a marketing plan. Can you help me out individually? Then what I want you to do is go below this video. Okay, I've got a few spots in the next 7 days. I usually open up a few spots a week where I'm happy to have a quick chat with somebody that is passionate, or a couple that are passionate about their coaching business. They care so much about changing lives, they just don't know the business side of things to help you put together a plan and get it right. So if you're pumped for that and you're like, stuff this, I want the results faster, go below, put your details in, make sure you sign up for that strategy session and be quick, okay? And then I'll give you a call. If you seem right, I'll check you out, do a little bit of stalking. If you're right, quick call, book you in, quick chat, and I'll tell you exactly what's holding you back and how to get to 7 figures rapidly. But guys, super pumped. Let's get straight into the interview. So welcome here, Brock and Christie. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You guys have been amazing this week at the retreat, the crazy mofos that you are. But an absolute blast. Woo! Woo! It's been so good. So much fun here with the family and the team. It's been awesome. So, in this interview, I'm pretty much just going to ask you guys a bunch of questions, go through how you were able to go from scratch with your business over the last, what's it been, 8 weeks or something like that? Even less potentially. Hasn't been long. I feel like we've known you guys for a while. It's been a short amount of time to go from scratch to smashing it up and now making regular between 2 and 3 sales a week into your 5K product, which is fucking awesome, man. Guys, this is amazing. You guys are just an amazing team as well. So there's so much to learn from you guys, and I just want the guys watching to be able to look at the journey that you've had and learn from it. So I'll just ask you questions relevant to that. So before we get started into those questions, give the guys watching a little bit of an outline on who you guys help as coaches and how you help them. Go first, Brock.
Yeah, I love helping entrepreneurs, particularly entrepreneurs around consciousness, well-being, spirituality.
Yeah, awesome.
And I really help them boost their cash flow.
Yeah, wicked. That's the big outcome.
Yeah, just get momentum in what they really want. A lot of people they know all the tools, they're great at what they do, but then they're not executing. Sure.
Awesome, man. So I know for you guys it's been quite there's been a lot of new things. We've gone through quite a bit in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
One thing I refer to you guys all the time is like the no excuse, because these guys can do it. Coming from scratch with all of this tech stuff, you guys make it happen with the marketing, the everything. You've just been pushing it out, and your website's done. It's freaking awesome. So if there was kind of going through that journey, just before we get into some more questions, just to get really clear on where you've built the business to now. So we know that we're like, fuck this, let's not do a 1K product, let's do a 5K product, because what you guys offer is so much more valuable. So where have we got the business to at the moment?
Yeah, it's great. We've got 8 people in right now. We're going to launch again in a few weeks, and it's awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's so blessed. I think saying to that start as well, when we first spoke to you, we're on a 2-month summer road trip. We'd gone away for 2 months.
Yeah. It was the start of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can remember the days, yeah?
Yeah. It was tough to I suppose, to get stuff done when you're like, oh, I just want to go lie on the beach all day, or we want to go here, or families, this, that, or the other. But just not wanting to kind of waste our 2 months business-wise,
Yeah.
just indulging in holiday when we're like, well, we've signed up for this and we're paying for it now, like we need to
Maximize it.
exactly, yeah.
That's awesome. So let's set this straight.
That was working out of cafes. That would be my internet on my phone would run out and have to pull the van up next to Target and have their free Wi-Fi, like literally everything, just to get the task done.
Yeah, awesome. So we talk a lot about the way that we measure results is by building a business to a point, and obviously we've been chewing over the last week, but over those last, this has been 7 or 8 weeks since you've been in the business. We know this is a ritual doing smashing it out over the last week. But we've built it up to a point where you're making between 2 and 3 sales per week at 5K. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And to know that you got up to that point in 2 months, built up to that point while you were road tripping with no internet. You guys chilling. You're always putting videos up in the group and you're dancing next to your van, which is crazy. But there's other people out there right now that are just housed in the normal fucking house, not on a road trip, that have all day, every day to be able to smash things out. They're not driving or wanting to indulge in some magical beach or seeing family on the road on this road trip. So you guys did that in a very small time constraint. What do you think over this journey so far in going from scratch, just building this business for the very first time? When I spoke to you guys, I knew you guys had the skills. Like, it was just straight there. Your heart, your love, everything's amazing, but your skills to get people results, which is obvious. You guys rock at what you do. To go from that scratch to getting to this point where you can make 2 or 3 sales a week, which as soon as we get back is from today, you're going to be smashing that again, because we've got our new plan for between here and Vegas. Yeah. What do you think the 3 biggest things that made the difference, or that you learned that the guys watching along can understand, to go from scratch to 2 or 3 5K sales a week? And what do you think if there were 3 things and you can kind of...
Let's both go. I'm going to do 3 and you do 3. 3 biggest things for me is having the accountability.
Yeah, awesome.
So having the accountability in the support network.
Yeah.
So that can be 2. And then just the house stuff.
I'm
pretty big picture visionary. I would facilitate and change people's lives, but then specifically learning the steps.
Yeah, wicked. So we're talking business steps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so give us some examples of some steps.
Lead generation.
Lead generation. Big time. It's a tricky one, eh? Going from show. It took me so much longer than it took you guys, just by the way. Yeah. Just FYI, it took me longer than 8 weeks to be able to master this stuff. So to be able to have you guys replicate that knowledge and systems that we've created and just smash it out and get leads straight away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So just quickly recap. The accountability. So what happens if you guys don't get the shit done?
Get slammed.
Get slammed by Big Zach.
Yeah, we've got Zach getting on to us, Josh, we've got Jen following us up. Yeah, it's great. And the other people in the group too.
Yeah, so that second point, the mastermind, was the group. And we've got an amazing family here. Like the video you put up in the group last night talking about family was amazing, dude.
Yeah, well, I said it 6 months ago. I did an evening event at my house, and we watched Fast and Furious 6 or 7. And I go, that's how I want to live.
With the family.
With the family. Like just that experience and to be here, living it. And then we're going to Vegas. And then,
yeah. Vegas is going to be amazing.
So good.
Woo! Woo! The woo's just, that's what's done it.
Whoa.
Awesome. Cool. So they're all 3 amazing ones. Thanks, bro. Christie.
I would say implementing, like I've got it stuck on my wall, just implement. And it's probably kind of back to that 80-20 rule, like just put something out there and the progress kind of happens as it does. Accountability for sure, like with each other, with mentors, with people in the group as well.
Yes, totally.
And like accountability is one part of it, but then also you can ask for help.
Yes.
I think like when you said it didn't take, you didn't do what we did in 2 months, but you might not have had like this 20-30 group of like epic people when you're just like, how do I do this? And you've got 7 people answering for you straight off the bat.
Yeah,
it's been huge, yeah.
Awesome. So you maximize that big time. It's not just, I just want to pre-frame some things here, because you just say, yeah, the accountability has been great, but there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, I want accountability, but you guys took a step up. You invested in this program, which is $350 a week.
Yeah.
To go, okay, cool, I want to get to the point where we're making so much more.
Yeah.
So it's just such a no-brainer, which you have so quickly, making 2 or 3 5K sales a week. Like not many people have the guts to do that. So Zach calling you up and absolutely slamming you, like you said, or grilling you if you don't get your shit done, you know, that comes off the back of you guys taking that step, which is all kudos to you, because most people aren't willing to do that, which is why you guys have grown so quickly. So progress rather than perfection. I've looked up to you a lot and used you as a case study and a role model for others, because your attitudes as a tutorial, step by step, I'm just gonna fucking do it and follow the thing and I'll get the result. But you have. Which has been amazing. So awesome job guys. Great answers from both of you.
I think the thing I love the most is I'd already put together a great program.
Yeah.
And putting the price up to a price that really, it just allows me to relax. I can always make money in other ways, I can manifest things, but just knowing that that's my focus.
Yes.
Like 100% of my time, that's what I'm focused on, my coaching clients, my coaching business, done. Yes. And then putting together things like the world-class membership site.
Yeah, wicked.
I'd mapped it out, like all these different things I really wanted to do, and then you guys showed up, which is great.
Yeah, wicked, man. That's so good. Because you're right, you can make cash in so many different ways, but now that's like, here's the way that we're going to do it. You're making it world-class. You guys are. You're really showing up and putting together something special. And world-class membership site's a part of it, but what you guys teach, who you are, and all those little 1%ers that will come on the journey can happen because you got focus.
Yeah.
But again, kudos to you guys, because most people don't. It sounds simple. It's like focus, but a lot of people won't take that on board, and they'll get excited by the other things because they're so nervous of implementing. And I guess this is what you guys do with your coaching. It's help people get to that point where they can live freely, and they're not caught up by anxiety, so they won't. You know, they'll try to do something else because they're scared to do the core thing that's going to make the difference. Whereas you guys just do it because you don't have those inhibitions, or you do, but you acknowledge them based on what you guys teach. So you're living, breathing examples of phenomenal coaches that are role models, which is why, you know, you guys are such amazing clients and family. Like, it's awesome. So that's awesome. All positivity. Let's talk about some roadblocks that you guys had. So maybe you go one massive roadblock that you had each on this journey that there's a good chance the guys watching along would be having as well, that you guys had. And then we'll go into how you overcame those. So maybe one roadblock that you had, Brock, just be honest.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it right now, biggest roadblock.
John Christie to go first?
Just knowing that you can put it together, I'm not normally stumped for words, it's just fun. Normally, I think the biggest thing for me was getting my headspace around now. I can think in the big picture, but then I was limiting myself what I'd actually create because I was thinking about too many steps ahead.
Yeah,
so it's already, like, I think the clarity around the different steps made such a difference. I was thinking I need to have systems because I've done it in businesses before. I've got it to a certain level.
Yes.
And then I didn't know what to do from there.
Yeah.
And that was in a tough business model, probably about 1,000,000 times tougher in a lot of ways in a coaching business, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I want to impact those people's lives who are out there in the trenches doing those things.
Awesome.
Yeah, help them in those things.
Yeah,
but knowing that all I got to do right now is focusing on being the best coach that I can be, the best mentor that I can be, and then doing the steps.
Yeah, wicked.
Like just chunking it back down, that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. For me, that was one of the biggest things. If I don't have clarity, I'm stuffed. I'm stumped. I don't know what to do next. Like even at this point, if on a given day I forget what I'm meant to be doing, you know, I'm a little bit there, and I'm just feeling overwhelmed and stressed. So you guys are so clear on what you want to do impact-wise in the big picture. It was about getting that tangible vehicle. So what's the vehicle? You know, and what my goal was stepping in was to be able to allow you guys to leverage off that awesomeness and being those awesome coaches and say, here's the vehicle, guys, let's follow it. Here's the plan, follow the plan. And that's what you guys have done, which just makes my life easy. You follow the plan, get results. We create a new plan, which we've done between now and Vegas, and you guys will smash that and then smash results again because it's just performance. The laser like. It was such an awesome takeaway, man. There's a roadblock. It's like, what do you do when you don't have clarity? Well, you actually have to stop for a second, focus on one direction, trust the process, create a plan, and stick to the plan. How about you, Christy? What's one roadblock that you had? It could be anything.
I think it would be quite similar. Like initially in the first few weeks of deciding, let's really crank up this business and decide what we're doing. It's kind of like you're a bit all over the place. I'm not sure what I'm doing, and you might have the enthusiasm and the momentum. Like, I want to do it, but you're like, I don't actually know what tasks to do today. And then then there's the next stage where you're like, I know what to do, but I don't know how to do that. So I think the initial kind of of that, but then when you've got the plan and you've got trainings in front of you, and then it's like, cool, like now that we have this plan for the next 3 months, it's like, sweet, wake up, you look at that, what am I doing today? Well, that's my month, so let's chunk it down into 4, and this is what I'm doing this week. Let's go. So I think a lack of a plan initially was the biggest roadblock
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
That's so good. Really appreciate those answers.
Yeah.
Because one thing is, we'll jump to you in a
I
second.
was just going to say, even when we had the plan to start with, it seems like so much.
Yeah.
But now, a couple of months in, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I remember to start with, even being in Melbourne office, from having, I'd spend up to 6 to 8 hours a day in nature.
Yeah.
I remember saying, like, I'm living the book, I don't need to write a book.
Awesome.
And to come back in and put myself through a time which was a little bit uncomfortable. I've been really honest about it, going and learning different stuff and everything.
Awesome, man.
I think it's just important for a lot of people because you can have a great life, but if you really want to go, you got to go through uncomfortable periods and challenge yourself.
Yeah.
It's great.
And how do you feel after those challenges? Like, how do you guys feel now compared to something? Yeah, fucking
Just
hell.
like, what
So
was
good.
I to worry about?
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, at a point in, because I've been the same, especially when you're going through times of stress, and you went through a big stress, overwhelm kind of breakdown period with your previous businesses, which is why you've kind of got that nerves to jump into something too much if you're going to get overwhelmed, but because you're connected so much to that purpose, and we know the journey is going to get to a point of leverage, there's a clear end goal and there's a clear plan as well, which is really cool. So awesome stuff, guys. So great barriers and an awesome job overcoming it. I love the fact because we put so much effort into these tutorials, and some people are just like, how do I do it? How do I do it? You ask.
Yeah.
You just put up the question, how do I do this? Here's your tutorial, and you're like, fuck yeah, thanks guys.
Sweet.
And then you implement it, get the results, and move on. How do I do this? Yeah, boom, here you go. And you always implement, whereas so many people don't. So that's such an awesome trait as well, because you guys trust the process, you implement, and thank you for sharing the fact, that honest journey, that it was overwhelming.
Oh, definitely.
So a lot of people hide that. They're like, oh, that was easy, whatever.
Oh, I think it's important. You're going to go through periods in your life where you feel anxious or uncomfortable or it's all too much.
Oh,
But
yeah.
otherwise, you just coast your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I want.
Totally, you guys are, of course not, you guys are awesome. So if you could give one piece of advice each, knowing that there's people watching that are in a position where they're struggling in their coaching business, they've got a big heart, most likely rock at what they do, but they just haven't got the business results. If there was one piece of advice each, just on anything that you believe would make a big difference, starting with you, Brock, what do you think that would be? And then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, for sure. Some people it's going to be, starting to just implement everything you tell your clients to do. It's going to be the first one.
Huge.
That's such a massive one.
If that's all you take away from this video, you're going to get value.
Hell yeah.
Just implement everything you're telling your clients to do. Wake up powerfully, start your day powerfully, just ask different questions and actually go for what you want.
Awesome.
If you go for what you truly want, there's a much higher probability of you showing up and getting the success you deserve. I think a lot of people half-ass it,
Yeah.
to use an Australian term, but give it 50% instead of giving it 1,000%,
Yeah.
and going specifically for what they want. As soon as I get clear and go for what I want, it has to show up.
Hell yeah. Awesome advice, man. How about you, Christie?
I would say hire a mentor.
Awesome.
This is probably the only time I've really actually gone gung-ho and know what I'm doing and feel confident what I'm doing, and then there's clients and income coming in, whereas previously you kind of dabble and you're like, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but having a mentor there who's been through it before and picking someone that you align with and is exciting for you to work with, not who's just going to number crunch if that's not your thing,
Yeah,
kind of
totally.
across the board, I'd hire a mentor.
Yeah, cool. Appreciate that. So, you're kind of hiring mentors.
Yeah.
Because you got Zachy, you got the rest of the team, you got James that is mentoring your marketing. I'm kind of overseeing and making sure the plan's solid, which is awesome.
Sure.
And that's a big step. You're like, I haven't really had mentors before, fuck it, I'll just go straight to premium.
The top.
Straight to the top, baby.
I think something there too is that decision to go world class. A lot of coaches dabble, a lot of people in their business dabble.
Yeah.
But that decision to be the best or to go world class,
Yeah.
I know it's just some stuff I wrote down a while ago. And I was already doing well, but some of the guys are in my program now are guys that I've already done stuff with. They could call me up as a friend and we could have a chat.
Awesome.
But all I know is that now I've put something together for them, they're getting a whole lot more value.
Hell yeah.
And
Because we raise the price, so like, fucking now we've got to raise the standards as well, which is a big part behind raising that price.
I feel a lot clearer. Like a lot of people would want to stop. Brock, can I buy you a cup of coffee? Brock, can I buy you lunch? Can I catch up? Blah blah blah. Love your vibes, man.
Yeah.
It's great, but now it's a profession. I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to share the love, but it's so good that going, this is my profession. I'm going to own it.
Yeah, hell yeah. And those people, you can do that, but then if they can get a couple of key takeaways from that chat, but now that you've got that 5K program that you know, if they jump into it, it will change their life
Oh, hell
fully
yeah.
and get them the outcome. It's, for them, you'd be doing them a disservice if they didn't get more than a coffee.
Well, that's the most exciting thing for me.
Yeah.
Is the people, you know, literally we're on week 3 now, and the stuff that's already happening in people's lives is ridiculous. If we hadn't made that commitment and stepped up, can't ask the other people to.
Yeah.
And already just seeing people, you know, that their lives, their businesses are already starting to explode. Things are changing. They feel better. Their relationships are improving. It's so
Awesome.
Yeah, just by making that decision.
Makes me feel so good. That's exactly why I do what I do, to see the results and you get your clients as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you guys could summarize, and you can both contribute into this, you know, as a result of where we are now and the initial growth that we've had in 12 months time, where are we going to be? We've got lots more fun retreats to come, for years to come. We've got Vegas next. 12 months time in your business, where are we going to be?
Business, you want to talk about it first?
No, yeah, I think you start with business, go.
Yeah, business for sure. Each year we're going to put around 250 people through the M55 program.
Hell yeah.
So that's the start. And then we're gonna build it out. I know a lot of amazing people. One of the biggest blessings in my life. You know, you can have money in your life.
Yeah.
There's so many of you guys watching right now, you're gonna be like, but I need the money. Well, yeah, you do, of course you do. But there's so much more to life than that. I've been going around, and I got a background in recruitment, and I've been hand selecting different people that I want to have involved in my retreats that I do.
Awesome.
The best in the world.
Yeah,
Just bring them together. So when I do the next stage of what I do in this business, which I'll announce when I announce, but it's going to have retreats. It's going to have more private mentoring. It's going to have a few different things.
Awesome.
I've already started to, but I know where it's going, but I'm staying focused here.
Yeah, wicked. Because we know that we're going to launch that
it's
next
done.
program. We're just mastering the first one. So 250 people through the M55. That's 1.25 mil, which is a great start. And I know money is not, like you just said, it's not about the money, but the money's coming. Like, fucking oath it is. And that's going to allow you to have more impact and put more growth in and help more people. How about you, Christy? What you want to talk about, whatever you want to say in 12 months' time, where you guys are?
I think just definitely more confident in our abilities to run a successful and profitable business.
Awesome.
Would probably be the big thing. Like, you've got the numbers down pat, and focus on that. Whereas I don't.
What about lifestyle?
Lifestyle. Well, with the retreats, obviously we'll be traveling at least 4 times a quarter, but if not more. But we would love to live in different parts of the globe. So having an online business, you know, then essentially all you're paying for on top of living where you live now is a flight from somewhere to another. If you're in an apartment and you're shopping at the grocery store and just living in another part of the world. So that's what we would love to be doing.
Yeah, when I ask you that question, lifestyle, what's it going to be like? I'm thinking about, you guys already have a fucking amazing lifestyle.
That's
we're so blessed.
Yeah.
For 3 years though, since I sold my business, we've traveled 4 months a year.
It's so amazing.
We work if and when we choose.
Yeah.
It's just the thing, when I'm sharing this stuff with people, I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I already had an amazing lifestyle. Now I want to share it with other people. I had that feeling too.
Hell yeah.
And it's so good. This year though, we're going to go over earlier to Los Angeles, then to Vegas, spend some more time around California, maybe visit some relatives. We've got a wedding in Slovenia.
Awesome.
You know, that's some of my only, like, if I think back and think about over the last 3 years, I did miss 2 of my friends' weddings.
Wow.
You know? Like, if I really wanted to be there, I could have made it happen. But it wasn't easy. I would have had to make it happen. Whereas that's the thing now. It's just easy choices, having plenty of cash, having my business set up in such a way that I can be wherever I want. You can be wherever you want. We can just do whatever we want.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like Wi-Fi connection. So good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a blessing. So thank you so much for being here, guys, and your time today, and just being the most rock star, superstar clients in the world. You guys rock. Love you guys. So thanks again. Cannot wait for Vegas in the future. It's just looking so amazing. Pumped! Woo! Woo! How awesome was that? Such a fun dynamic duo, these two. And that was just literally, we just got back from our 7-figure coach retreat, doing a funnel intensive all the way in the Whitsundays. It's so fun to be with those guys. But how cool is that, guys? To learn the journey, to see what they did well, to see how a lot of it was personal development focused, but it was a lot of strategy, was a lot of direction in terms of the mentoring that we helped them with. But guys, if you watch that and you're like, that's epic, but I want those results, don't pass up this opportunity to go below, get your strategy session booked in. Because I will personally look inside your business, and I'm a massive believer in value up front. I'd love to work with you, but I can tell you straight up, at least 50% of the people that speak to or engage with our content aren't right for what we do, and I'll be very clear with that. But if you want to know exactly what's holding you back, how to put together a plan, niche, business model, get your marketing strategy in place, and you want to get to 7 figures rapidly, then go below, put your details in. I'll have a really quick chat. I'll just tell you straight away what's holding you back, what you need to do niche-wise, what you need to do in terms of your price points, and a marketing plan for you. We'll get that set so you can go and kick ass straight away. So that's it for this video, guys. Go below, put in your details, and I can't wait to chat with you soon. Peace out.